A very warm good afternoon to everyone. I heartily welcome all the dignitaries, guests, trainees, and one and all present here with a great joy. I'm Rasina Shirin, Ncdc 24th batch trainee. Thank you everyone for joining us for today's webinar on early detection and intervention of developmental delays in children by Focus Fairies of Ncdc. In this auspicious occasion, I would like to express my sincere gratitude towards Ncdc and Master Trainer of Ncdc, Sri Baba Alexander Sir. National Child Development Council is a self-governing organization working for education and welfare of women and children in India since 2004. It's our culture to remember the God Almighty before everything we start. So let's begin with a prayer song. I would like to invite Jaya ma'am from 24th batch for the prayer song.
Okay, thank you, Rasina ma'am. Lokam muluvan sukham pakarai. Ma'am, can you hear?
Yes, audible, yes, audible.
Okay, ma'am, okay. Muluvan sukham pakaranai deepame miri turakku lokam muluvan sukham pakaranai sneha deepame adana nivarana kanivinnurave കാട്ടിൻ നടുവിൽ എഴുതെളിക്കൂ ലോകം മുഴുവൻ സുഖം പകരാനായി സ്നേഹദീപമേ വിഴി തുറക്കൂ പരീക്ഷണത്തിൻ മുൾമുനയേന്തി പഠനനിലത്തിൽ നമ്മൾ വീഴുമ്പോൾ ഹൃദയ ജതിയാൽ രക്തം ചിന്തി മിഴിനീർ പുഴയിൽ താഴുമ്പോൾ താങ്ങായി തണലായി ദിവ്യൗഷധിയായി കരം പിടിക്കൂ ലോകം മുഴുവൻ സുഖം പകരാനായി സ്നേഹദീപമേ മിഴി തുറക്കൂ ലോകം മുഴുവൻ സുഖം പകരാനായി സ്നേഹദീപമേ മിഴി തുറക്കൂ.
Thank you so much, Jayasuriya ma'am, for that beautiful prayer song. Now, I would like to invite Circle Coordinator and Faculty of Ncdc, Sri Jyoti ma'am, for the welcome speech.
Okay, ma'am.
Shakila ma'am, I think Jyoti ma'am lost connection.
Jyoti ma'am joined.
Joined. Okay.
Jyoti ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, one and all.
Good evening, ma'am.
Today we all are gathered over here for a webinar on the subject early detection and intervention of developmental delays in children. As all of us are parents, that's why it's very necessary for us to identify the developmental delays, what is happening in the children. And if we are detecting it early in the early stages itself, it will be very helpful for our children to bring more their character accordingly. I'm not that much efficient to speak much about the subject. Our chief guest is over here. We are eagerly waiting for the sweet words from our chief guest. Today, my duty is to say welcome to each and everyone who is gathered over here. First of all, I would like to welcome with my old pleasure our chief guest, Mini Ma'am, for our function. Welcome, Mini Ma'am. We are expecting a lot from you regarding the subject.
Thank you so much, Jyoti ma'am.
Next, it's my pleasure to welcome Sabita Ma'am, who is our senior faculty and circle coordinator, who is presiding our function. Welcome, Sabita Ma'am, for our function.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Again, I'm moving to our beautiful Shakila Ma'am, who made this function a great success, who is going to make it as a great success. And this function has, I think it is very, what I have to say, equipped with a lot of informations. It really had presented a relevant subject, which is very useful for the public and for the parents and for the teachers also. I heartily welcome, with my full pleasure, I'm welcoming our Shakila Ma'am to the function today. Next, the teachers from school name I really forget. Shakila Ma'am, can you mention the school name?
Holy Grace Academy, Thrissur.
Holy Grace Academy. Yes, teachers from this school. I'm welcoming all of you for the function today. Next, I'm moving to our teachers, our upcoming teachers of our family, Ncdc family. You people are actually very lucky to have such wonderful webinars, and you are getting a lot of programs which will make you nourished with your when you are going to school. It will be very great support for you to mold your children according to, because we are conducting different webinars on different subjects, which is very useful. So that our subjects will be very useful for you to take care of your children. You are handling the children of others. We are treating the children as our own. So it will be very helpful. And I'm welcoming all of you to this function who are the backbones of this beautiful arrangements. Welcome all of you.
That was great, Jyoti ma'am. Thank you so much for welcoming one and all here. Thank you so much for your kind and lovely words. Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Next, I'm inviting the circle coordinator and faculty of Ncdc, Srimati Sabita ma'am, to deliver the presidential address.
Thank you for inviting me for presiding this webinar. I'm really pleasure to have this opportunity to say something about our Ncdc, National Child Development Council. As our anchor told, our National Child Development Council is a self-governing organization working for the welfare of women and children. And we are providing many courses for ladies, after 10 plus 1 degree, we are providing some good Montessori education courses to develop all the ladies to become perfect mothers, become very good teachers. And we are providing such a platform to speak English. See, our English is a global language, and we are providing an opportunity to learn that language. Our Baba Alexander sir has introduced some methodologies, new way to learn a language, rapid spoken English courses. And all these come under our National Child Development Council. And it's my pleasure to be a part of this institution. And today's webinar, I learned that the children are our future, and the delay in the development of children, it's very important for young parents to identify is there any problem with their children. So I read somewhere that the first 1,000 days in a child life is very important, like the 1,000 days, like in each moment that 1 million, more than 1 million neurons are developing in their brain. So it's very important to find out any difficulties happening in that age. So it's that here comes the relevance of our subject today. All the parents are waiting to get more information about all these things from our mini ma'am. And I'm very happy to be a part of this. And as we know, during this pandemic situations, all the family or children are suffering a lot. All this nuclear family, that they won't get much opportunity to mingle with others. All the children are suffering a lot to develop their personalities, their many things. Many my friends are told me that their children are facing these difficulties. Uh, while comparing to this big families, small children, they will be walking early, speaking early. But nowadays, this nuclear family, many children are facing some difficulties. So today's webinar will be a very good opportunity for young parents to identify if there is any kind of difficulties or delay in their developments in their children. So I'm very glad to be a part of this, and with your permission, I just want to share our video brochure to give you an idea what are the things happening in our Ncdc. So Shakila ma'am, may I?
Yes.
Can I share? Thank you.
Yes.
Focus Fairies, our circle group, and these are our faculties, our backbone. We belong to National Child Development Council, Ncdc. Ncdc is a self-governing national child welfare organization established to promote women and child welfare and ensure child education in India. Ncdc is an ISO 9001:2015 certified organization having head office at New Delhi, India. We offer mainly 5 courses: Certificate in International Preschool Education, Certificate in International Montessori Education, Diploma in International Montessori Education, Advanced Diploma in International Montessori Education, and Postgraduate Diploma in International Montessori Education. Now we can watch some of our class activities. Our students in different makeovers. How creatively they are doing the activities. And the hard works behind their success.
Ncdc helped to develop the students' personality and improves their talent and boosted their confidence by making them do many varieties of activities like dancing, drama, skit, anchoring, etc.
Some practical works done by our students. Some of the creative works by our students.
These practical works are done to improve our creativity, and also it is very useful for our teaching profession.
Hi all, I am Asha. I am a teacher in biology. Teaching is my passion because it was my childhood dream. So when I joined in Ncdc, that is why I joined the Ncdc. When I joined in Montessori, previously, I had a little stage fear. And my confidence level is also not that much high. So after joining here, it changed a lot. Now I changed a lot. How moves because they need me to sing, they need me to dance, and they need me to do the instant and instant poem. Even I'm writing instant poems. Seriously, till last year, I didn't write any instant poem or anything speaker. Even I didn't know that I have these qualities at all. Now only I realized and I am doing perfectly. Even after I joined here only, they only make me to do all these things. Seriously, I didn't, even in my college or school days, I didn't participate in any one of the programs. Now I will participate in all the programs, all the programs, all the things I have to participate in because the teacher is
Satya ma'am, volume.
Volume is maximum, ma'am.
Okay,
It
okay.
works by us. These practical works are done to improve our creativity, and also it is very useful for our teaching profession.
Hi all, I'm Asha. I'm a teacher in Diploma. Teaching is my passion, as well as my childhood dream. So when I joined in Ncdc, that is why I joined in Ncdc. When I joined in Montessori, seriously, I had a little stage fear. And my confidence level is also high. So after joining here, I changed a lot. Now I changed a lot. How moves because they need me to see.
This will improve their creativity in glass painting, drawing, paper cuttings, flower making, and so many crafts which are very useful for a teaching profession. NCDC also hires qualified faculties from their students.
I myself, Regina Shanavas, the student of Ncdc Kollam branch. I am very happy to join Ncdc. They give a very good opportunity for our teaching professions. They also improve our language skill as the teaching profession is honorable. And while you may think that you know exactly what to do for teaching, NCDC gives us different ideas and different skills to teach the student. So for a good starting of a career, exactly for the teacher training, the best place is to join NCDC. Thank you all.
Not only we are making the craft items, we are also writing so many records that is very useful for our teaching practices. These are some of the very talented creativities done by our students. And these are the charts they have done. Through these class activities, we come to know our hidden talent. And now you can go through our live classes. How our students are enjoying each activities.
These are exactly like the offline classes. We will not be knowing that we are in online classes. That much the students enjoy and do their activities. We celebrate all the celebrations.
All are showing their talents through different activities.
The methodology of Ncdc helps the students to show their talent without any shyness and with full confidence.
Our webinars, how we are connecting with the outer world through our webinars.
The most eminent personalities will be invited as chief guest for these webinars to connect with the outer world.
Ncdc, we offer a better future to you as a teacher. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Sabita ma'am, for your inspirational presidential address and sharing the brochure with us. I hope everyone could understand and got about the idea about Ncdc, what all are we are doing. Now, without much delay, I'm proudly inviting our presenter and my colleague, Dr. Mini AO ma'am. She is the trainee of Ncdc 24th batch. She is working as the child development therapist at Child Development Center, Trivandrum. She is having 13 years of experience in this field, a very humble and kind-hearted person. I'm inviting Dr. Mini AO for today's webinar.
Thank you so much, Rasina ma'am, for this wonderful introduction. First of all, I would like to thank our dearest Shakila ma'am for inviting me for this wonderful opportunity. And today I got this opportunity to take a webinar on early detection and intervention of developmental delays in children. So as one ma'am was telling that we all know about what are the developmental problems in young children, especially in new generation, it's very important to make them aware through and how we can detect very early these delays and how we can intervene them. Intervention means we are giving the training programs, especially for the particular delays. Whatever particular delays the children are having, we have to intervene them. That is called, we have to give them proper remediation or training. That is our topic today. So I am letting my permission for Sheen's screen share. Shakila ma'am, can I do?
Yes. Yes, yes.
Okay. Is it visible, ma'am? Is it visible, ma'am?
Not yet, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No, not yet.
Now,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, now it started, ma'am.
Okay. So this is my topic today: early detection and intervention of developmental delays in children birth to 6 years. So the next one. Okay. So what is the importance of the early detection of developmental delay? We have or not. From by using this simple picture, I can tell you there are two babies are there in that simple picture, but one baby is holding his neck properly, the next one is lagging his behind. So we can surely tell that the child on the right hand side of the screen is having a developmental delay. So how we can early detect all these developmental delay? So when we are dealing about the early detection intervention, we have to deal two things: growth and development. Growth means how these children are changes in their size, especially in height and weight, from a newborn baby to an infant, then to a toddler, then to a preschool child. Like that, that is called the growth. Today, I am not at all mentioning about any more growth aspects. Today, I am mentioning about only the developmental aspects only. So we are coming to the next slide, that is called development. What is the development? Development means it is an increase in physical, emotional, social, and intellectual skills of a baby. So in the first picture, we can see say very dependent baby, helpless baby, just simply lying down on the floor. When the child is on the 3 to 4 months, he started moving around, he started holding his neck, he started rolling over. When he started on the 5 to 7 months of age, he is rising up on his hand, he is doing his chest up position. On the 6 to 8 months, the child started crawling. In 8 months, the sitting position. 9 to 10 months, the child started standing with or without support. When he is 11 to 15 months of age, he started walking without support, and he started talking without support, without any help also. So that is called development, from a newborn baby to how the child is becoming independent throughout the whole 1 year. So today we are coming. What is the early identification of development delay? Why this is important? Because in the first picture I already show you, sometimes we are taking the baby like this, and the child is, I can show you one doll with me. When we are taking the baby like this, the neck is coming with us, then it will be normal till 4 months of age. If the child is at 4 months of age and the child is not taking the head along with the body, then that will be a developmental delay. So if the parents or the remediator or the professional, they are not aware of the signs and symptoms of early developmental delay, then sometimes they can miss the condition. They may miss the condition. So the early delays are identified, then we can quickly, or the professionals or even a parent can quickly intervene the child so that this condition not to be going to a disability. This simple delay can further go to disability. So if we are detecting all the problems very early, we can support the children and the families, and also the child's early years, setting with the plans and programs specifically designed for the child. That is called the early intervention. And we can, if we can give some simple exercise for this head lagging, we can save that time and we can help the child for head control. Then how is developmental delay treated? In the picture I have shown, there are 4 pictures. If the child is having any developmental problems, then we can start with physical therapy, occupational therapies are there, speech and language therapy is there, special education is there, remedial education is there, behavioral therapy is there. So many multidisciplinary remedial modalities are there. In the first picture, a physiotherapist is doing the physical therapy for a child who is having that rolling over or some other exercise. In the next picture, that is also same technique, but in occupational therapy, we are giving some other exercises along with the physical exercise. Because in the second picture, you can see the child is promoted to take the ring from that object, and by that exercise and by the playway mother, the therapist is doing the occupational therapy. And the third picture, the speech therapist is doing the speech and language session. When the child is imitating the modeling through the lip rounding position, the speech therapist is doing the lip rounding, and the child is also imitating the. So, and then special education is next one. We are providing the last thing is, if we are not detecting the developmental delays very early, then that will be the reason. We have to rehabilitate the child. The delay will contribute to disability, and we have to give them wheelchairs or assistive devices, adaptive devices or something like that. So, and when we are giving the behavioral therapy, when the children are showing any temper tantrums, any ODD, oppositional disorder, something like that, any conduct disorder is there. So then we have to go for behavioral therapy also. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are some of the important modalities we are using in the early detection and developmental area. So when we are taking this topic, always we will start from the normal development and then we go to the warning signs. So today I am taking the reverse order, because warning signs of a developmental delay. Warning signs are very easy for all the parents, all the experts, for an Anganwadi teacher also, they can pick up the warning signs, because that child is not speaking properly, the child is not having the clarity, the child is not walking properly. So we can easily find out the warning signs or delay. So first I will start with the easier version, then I will go to the normal development. So in the first year, I have divided all the developmental delay into five slides: first year, second year, third year, and fourth year, and 5 year. In this slide, you can see the area, the gross motor area, cognitive and fine motor and self-care, the speech and language, and the social area. In the gross motor area, what are the red flags? Red flags means what are the warning signs in the 6 months? What are the warning signs in the 9th month? What are the warning signs in the 12th month? Like that, we can go in the first year. When the child is not rolling over means the child is turned like this, not rolling over like this. The child is not able to roll over till 6 months of age, and the child cannot able to hold the head like this. And in the 9 months, the child is not sitting without any support. The child should sit without support during the 9th month of age, and the child is not at all sitting in the 9th month, not bearing the weight on the legs. Bearing leg means the child, when we are keeping the baby like this, the child should bear the weight on his feet and stands for some time like this. And during the 12 months of age, they're not crawling. Crawling means doing one leg like this and moving forward, again one leg like this, moving forward, that is crawling. And not at all standing without support, without any support. These are the very important gross motor milestones, the red flags during the first year. Not rolling over, not at all sitting by 9 months, not standing or walking by 12 months. And what should be the cognitive and fine motor? The not reaching for any object. The child is not at all opening his hands. Then we will say the conditions are cortical fisting, something like that. For a cerebral palsy child, something for them. They are not opening the child. If the child is not reaching for object by 9 months, not transferring the object from one hand to another. The child is not transferring the object from one hand to another. Simply we will miss that milestone, because it's a very simple milestone, but it's very important also. The child should hold the pen, release the pen, and they have to transfer this object to this hand to the other hand. And by 12 months, not picking up small objects with thumb and index finger. That is called the pincer grasp. The child is not at all using this index finger and the thumb to pick the object. So these are some of the red flags in the fine motor area for first year old child. And what about the speech and language? By 6 months, the child should make some sounds like ba 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 mama, like that. The child should make some sounds. By 9 months, the child should combine consonant and vowel, mama, baba, dada, like that, amma, acha, in Malayalam, like that. So by 1 year, not point to make record. The child should pointing towards the object. The index finger pointing should be there. And in the social aspects, by 6 months, not smiling at familiar faces, not laughing or making or squealing sounds. Squealing means like that. The child should make some squealing sounds. By 9 months, not looking for the parents. If the parents are not absent in that situation, the child is not at all looking for the parent. By 12 months, the child is not at all enjoying social games like peekaboo, hi, tata, something like that. Any social games we are giving to the child. The child is not at all interested in social games. That is a warning sign for autism also. So I think you all are very well aware of autism nowadays. If we can pick the autism condition very early from the 6 months of age, if the children are not able to maintain the eye contact properly, by 18 months, the child is the maximum time. By 18 months of age, the child is not able to point object, and there is no social play between the child, and there is no speech, speech is also not there, then we can suspect some early warning signs for the autism also. And in the second year, gross motor, by 18 months, not walking, 2 years, not able to walk up and down the stairs. In the cognitive area, by 18 months, not building the tower of 2 blocks, 1 and 2. 2 blocks the child is not able to do. By 2 years, the child is not building a tower of 4 blocks, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The child is not able to do 4. These are the red flags. These are not the proper developmental delays. These are the warning sign for a professional, or a warning sign for a personal, or a warning sign for a parent to look for the fine motor delay in the age of second year. When regarding the speech and language, by 18 months, the child is not able to say papa, mama specifically. The child should call the father and mother papa, mama like that, and not using any other single words also. There is a delay in speech and language. By second year, not speaking 2-word phrases, amma tata, mama come, daddy go, mommy come, like that. The child is not able to produce more than 50 words. The child is not combining 2 words also, there is a delay. And considering the social aspects, the child is not copying or imitating others, no symbolic play, and not playing with the toys. 3 to 4 years, there is gross motor. The children is falling very frequently and has trouble with the stairs. 4 years, not pedaling the tricycle. In the fine motor area, the child cannot hold the pencil with the full fist. The child cannot copy some drawing like straight line or slanting line. By 4 years, the child still holds the pencil with a full fist. By 4 years, the child should learn the finger grip by the tripod grasp. The child should hold the pencil using thumb, index finger, and the middle finger. If by 4 years the tripod grasp is not attaining by the child, then there will be a delay. And in the speech and language composite, the child's language will be unclear speech, not speaking 3-word phrases. Amma, tata, go. Papa, papa, sweets, give. Like that. There will be no grammar at that time. The speech will be like telegraphic speech. Take the toy, put on the table, like that. And by 4 years, the speech and language should be clear. If there is an unclear speech, not speaking in sentences, not retelling the stories, not following the 3-part instructions, then we should be very careful, and we have to show the child to an expert or a speech language pathologist, so as the child will get the early speech and language intervention. And in the social composite, there will be no pretend play. Pretend play means imitative play, no symbolic play. Sometimes by a 4-year or 3-year-old child will imitate like a teacher. They will imitate and play like a daddy mama. They will imitate and play like a lorry driver, car driver, like that. So there is no pretended play. So no socialization, no peer group interaction, no play with other children, not playing with other children, not responding to others also. There is a concern. There is a concern. And this is the red flags for 5 years. Then gross motor, no walking, no running, no climbing. So there is a delay. For fine motor, that's again the child is holding the pencil with the full fist, not using the tripod hold. In the speech and language, difficulty in telling a parent about experiences. When we are asking about the previous experiences, what you are going to do yesterday, what all have you seen yesterday? So the child is not answering all the WH questions. What, why, when, who, like that. If the child cannot understand and cannot answer the questions, all the WH questions, by 5 years of age, there will be a delay in speech and language. In the social composite, the child find it hard to making friends. The child should be withdrawn type, socially introvert, socially introvert, and he has a great difficulty in controlling the temper. The child shows the temper tantrums, gets very moody, mood swings. They are physically aggressive, very stubborn, showing anger outbursts, head banging tendency, the spitting tendency. So many other behavioral problems will be started by the year of 5 years, and becomes very upset and anxious and clingy when separating from the parents. So these are some of the abnormal. No, abnormal means it's not normal. It's not fully abnormal. It is not normal. Easily distracted, highly inattentive, having low span of attention, especially more than 5 minutes, the child can't concentrate on a specific task. So these are some of the important social combos we have to look for. So these are the red flags. All these red flags we can easily pick up, because when there is a delay, then we can understand what are the delays. So what will be the normal development? First, we have to know what is normal. Then only we will learn what is delaying or deviating from the normal. That will be the delay or deviance. So these are understanding of normal development. In every age, there should be age-specific milestones, whether it is 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. In each and or it is preschool, early childhood, adolescent, young adult, or in the geriatric age also, there should be and there is age-specific milestones. That should be in 5 composites: physical, cognitive, linguistic, social, emotional, and behavioral. Today, I am dealing with only 2 aspects, because all these composites will be discussing in a large sessions. So today I am intending to do only 2 aspects: the gross motor delay, how we can early detect the gross motor delays and how we can intervene the gross motor delays, and one more, how we can easily detect the speech and language delay very early, and how we can easily give the stimulation activities to the speech stimulation strategies for young children. So these are the 2 aspects today I am covering here. Okay. Normal development of a functional motor skills, the first year of life, because as a human baby, from birth to 12 months of age, the maximum development will happen. So in the first year of life, what are the developmental milestones the child is going to have? In the first posture, see the fetal posture, where how the child is in the womb, all the flexed position, the head is also flexed, all the limbs are flexed, or the 2 upper limbs, the lower limbs, all in the flexed position. Or how the child is in the womb, the child is in the like a flexed position, the child is in the womb, that is in the newborn position. In 1 month of age, when we will keep the baby in the prone position. Prone position means this is the prone position, this is the supine position. When the child is in a prone position, the child can hold the chin up little bit. Momentarily, the child will hold the chin up. That is the development of 1 month. And by 2 months, when we are taking the baby like this, I have shown you in the first slide, when we are taking the baby like this from the floor, the head should come with the body. That is the normal development at the age of 2 months. When we are taking the baby from the floor, the child should come. That is the normal development. If by 2 months the neck is also lagging behind and the body is coming up, that is not normal. By 4 months, the child should hold the neck very comfortably. When we are swaying the baby in any way, forward, backward, in sideways also, we are taking the baby, the child should hold the head properly. That is the development at 4 months. By between 7 months to 8 months, the child should attain the development of self-sitting. When we are giving the child should like this, turn towards one side and the child should self-sitting. The self-sitting should be done by the age of 8 months. 8 to 10 months, the child should start crawling, not the creeping, the crawling. By using all the 4 limbs, the child should start the crawling. By 10 months of age, the child should walk at least with the help of the parent. When we are holding by the shoulder, like this also the child can do. Otherwise, we can hold the elbow here and the child is able to walk with the support. Then that is a normal development for 10 months. By 1 year, the child is able to walk alone without any support. The child is able to walk alone without any support. That is a normal development till 1 year. So any professional or any person or even an Anganwadi teacher should be aware of all these developmental milestones. Then only we have to, if the child is not attain the self-sitting by the age of 10 months, then there is a delay. That is why we are using this chart. If the child is not walking independently at 1.5 years, there is a delay, because we are having the normal pattern with us. If the child is not getting the rolling over by 6 months or 8 months, there is a delay. If the child is not attaining the head control by the age of 9 months, there is a delay. If the child is attaining head control by 4 months, sitting by 8 months, standing by 10 months, walking and talking by 12 months, that is a normal development. If you are having very difficult in remembering all these 10 positions, then you can just remember only these 3. 2 months, 4 months, 8 months, 10 months, and 12 months. 2, 4, 8, 10, 12. These are the very major developmental milestones. So remember this one, 2, 4, 8, 10, 12. These are the way we can just remember and by heart it. 2 months, social smile should be there. At 4 months, head control. 8 months, self-sitting. 10 months, standing without support. 12 months, walking and talking. And always make sure that the baby can see, the baby can hear, and the baby can listen. So these are the very important. Please remember these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 age range, 5 ages, 2, 4, 8, 10, 12. The first picture, have you seen that the social smile? This is a smile with a familiar person. When we are talking to the baby, when we are playing with the child is able to smile at the familiar face. That is called the social smile. We are that is that this smile is not simply smiling in the sleep. When we are tickling the baby, the child is smiling. That is not the smile. That is not the social smile. Social smile is the smile with a familiar person. The first picture you can see the social smile. See the second picture, the 4-month-old baby. I think this child is 3 to 4 months old, but the child can hold his neck independently. That is head control. In the 8-month-old baby, the child is self-sitting. Without any support, the child can get to sitting position from the ground to the sitting from the ground. In the 4th picture, the child is standing without, by 10 months of age, the child is standing without any support, without parental support or holding anywhere, the child is standing. By 12 months of age, the child should, in the 5th picture, you can see, by 1 year, the child is taking 3 to 5 steps independently. That is the normal age. And in the last picture, the child started saying, Dada, Mama. So that always remember one thing, from the birth itself, make sure that the child can see, the child can hear, and the child can listen. When for assessing the vision, you have to always talk to the baby face to face, maintaining the face to face regard and maintaining the eye contact. You can show any red color, any red object like this. You can show in the middle part of the baby, and you can move this red object towards one side. If the child is able to follow this object with this, with not turning the head, the eye follow, and just you can again come to the middle position. Then come to the left side. If the child can follow the red object by moving the eyeballs, then that is a normal vision. And like that also you can test when after the delivery, in every hospital, they are doing the OAE, that is called auto acoustic emission test. They will put one ear knob in the ears, and they will check the acoustic emissions, the sound emissions from the ears, that will rule out the hearing problem. And if the child is a very little bit older child, you can, if you are having a bell or a rattle, or you are having a clap like this, a clap like this, you can check the both the ears. You can have some bell ring, like if the child is turning the head towards the child can hear from the right side, and you have to take the toy like this. Don't take the toy in the front position. Don't do like this. You have to ring the bell here, and you have to take this bell like this to this ear, and again do a sudden ring. If the child is able to turn the head towards the side, the child can hear. And one important thing I have to say, always make sure the child is listening to the speech. The child is listening to your speech. Once the child is able to listen to your mouth, listen to your lip reading, listen to your child, then only the child can speak. This is one important child development checklist. You can download easily from the Google Images, or in the Google, you can easily download this one. This is called TDSC, Trivandrum Developmental Screening Chart. We have two versions, 0 to 3 year and 3 to 6 year. You will get this very easily from the Google itself. If I am telling this child is having head control by 3 months, is it normal? One other parent says my child got head control by 4 months. Is it normal? One other parent will say my child got head control by 6 months. So how we will assess which one is normal, which one is delayed? So if there is any confusion between the age ranges for a developmental milestone, we have to use a standardized format or a standardized tool, so that all of us, all the trainees or the professional will get a same result. So that's why we are using this one, Trivandrum Developmental Screening Chart. It is a very simple screening tool. This is not for the diagnostic purpose. This is a very simple screening tool. Developed in Child Development Center. Now it is using widely all over India. This should be like a checklist like this. This is like a checklist like this. In the horizontal axis, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 36 months of age. All the ages should be written in months. 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4, like that. In the horizontal axis, the age is written. In the vertical axis, that brown colored blocks and the yellow colored block, or the orange color, the brown and orange colored blocks are representing the developmental milestones of a child from birth to 3 years of age. So from the very first beginning, see the first bar. Can you see the first bar, the brown bar? The left hand side should be the 3 days when the child is delivered. From the 3rd day itself, we can start assessing the developmental milestones. From that, how we will assess. If you are having a scale or you are having a pen with you, you can just hold this pen, or otherwise you can draw a line. Just hold a pen or pencil like this, scale, pen or pencil or scale in the corresponding chronological age of the child. That means if the child is 1 year of age, you have to keep the scale in the 12 months of age. See, you have to keep the scale in the 12 months of age. What are the items? All these milestones are described in age ranges. These blocks are called age range. The left hand side is the starting age of a developmental milestone, and the right hand side is the ending age of a developmental milestone. For the first example, the first one is the social smile. The starting age will be the 3rd day, and the ending age will be the 2 months. That means by the end of 2 months, the maximum age, by the end of 2 months, the child should start smile socially. That is not smiling on sleep, that is social smile. So from the 3rd day itself, the child can start smiling, but by the end of the 2nd month, the child should start smiling socially. See the next item. We have given all the numbers. We have labeled all the items in the number also. The second item is I follow pen or pencil. That I already showed you. I follow pen or pencil. That the starting position is from the 1st month and the ending age is the 3rd month. So that is called the age range. So always remember one thing. We are giving the developmental milestones in age range. Don't say head control at 4 months. Don't say the child will start by 18 months. Don't say the child will start by 10 months. Always we should give an age range for a developmental milestone. The child will get a head control between 3 to 5 months. The child will start talking from 10 to 15 months. The child will start walking from 10 to 15 months. Like that, for each and every developmental milestone, we have to give an age range. That's why all these milestones are interpreted in this chart as a blocks. The left hand side and right hand side, there is a age range. So now we can go how we will administer this. I told you this is a very simple screening checklist. This is very easy to administer. It will take only 5 to 7 minutes. Any professional or any parent or any Anganwadi teacher or any trainer or any person with a minimal training can administer this tool. there is no need for a course we have to do this test. No, nothing like that. Minimal training with for anyone can do this TDSC. So I will tell you the administration for a corresponding chrono. If the child is 12 months of age, we have to keep the scale like this. In the 12 months of age, what are the blocks completed in the left hand side of the scale? The left hand side of the scale, all that items should be done by that child by that particular age. But some blocks will be doing like that. In the corresponding scale, the child is not doing some items, doing like this, going like this. That is not necessary to do. So in that item, if for it, you can see in the 12-month-old child, there should be 9 items from 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All these 9 items should be done by the child, and 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. These items are going ahead, so there is no necessary. It's not necessary at that time to do that item. We can take another example. If the child is at 18 months of age, that is 1.5 years of age, we can hold a scale or pencil like this, or you can draw a vertical line towards the corresponding chronological age. For an 18-month-old child, 13 till 13, the box at 13, 12, 1 to 13 items the child should do at that time. If the child is doing all the items for that particular age, the development will be normal. That is called TDSC normal. The interpretation is TDSC normal. If the child is not at all doing one or more item, the interpretation will be delayed. I think you all understood about this administration. For the corresponding chronological age, what are the items should be done by the child, and the child is doing all the items by that time, then the development will be normal. If the child is not doing one or more item for that particular age, then the TDSC will be delayed. If TDSC is delayed, we have to start training. We have to start early intervention for that particular delay. Okay. This is for 3 to 6 years age. So from 0 to 6 years, we can easily assess the gross motor development of a preschool child. This is also same administration. The items will be different. This is starting from the 36 months to 72 months. So TDSC is a simple screening tool for children below 6 years. There are 2 separate charts are available. 0 to 3 year chart consisting of 27 items. 3 to 6 year consisting of 24 items. Items are arranged according to the order of the developmental milestones. That I think I will tell you that the developmental order means first social smile, then eye follow, then head holding, then rolling over, then turn heading towards the south, then turn like that. The predictable developmental pattern. That is the thing. Items are arranged according to the order of the developmental milestones. Numbers at the bottom of the chart shows the age of the child in months. The numbers at the right or left of the each item is the item number. Item means the developmental milestone. So these are the developmental TDSC. And what are the advantages of doing the TDSC? It's a anyone can do with minimal training. The time required is only 5 to 7 minutes. No kits material is required for administering TDSC. It can be used in community level also. For large mass screening also we can do TDSC. Can be administered with minimal training. TDSC is good for massive screening also. If we are having a 60 children or 40 children in a classroom, we can, by doing a simple TDSC, we can easily assess the gross motor delay. This is the administration. A vertical line is drawn or a pencil is kept vertically at the level of the chronological age of the child being tested. If the child fails to achieve any item that falls short on the left side of the vertical line, the child is considered to have a developmental delay. And the interpretation, the TDSC normal means all items pass. TDSC delay means one item fail. In case of delay, confirmation should be done first. followed by a referral for expert management. So this is TDSC, very easy tool for easily interpreting or easily detecting the developmental delay. And between professionals and between parents, we can come to a common conclusion by using a standardized developmental tool. Now, the second, what are the early intervention for? This is also I just finished the
early intervention class.
Okay, this is early intervention. When doing the early intervention also, you can use any tool, because what are the items we have to train? What are the milestones we have to make?
Please mute everyone. I request, humbly requesting, please mute everyone.
Mini AO.
Mute everyone. Please mute everyone. Please. I'm humbly requesting.
Please mute.
Excuse me, please.
Shakila ma'am, can you please mute?
Yes.
Okay, so we will discuss with the early intervention for the gross motor delay. This is for the Trivandrum developmental. By intervention also we can model one any tool. So I already discussed with the TDSC. You can start the early intervention with the TDSC also. If the child is not started social smile, what we can do? Just simply talk to the baby, maintain eye contact, always talk to the baby with a smile. So smiling face, you can talk to the baby, maintain a distance, maintain the face regard, maintain the eye contact, always talk to the baby, sing to the baby, cuddle the baby. So that is the exercises we can do for social smile. I follow. You can show so many black and white images initially, then for the color objects you can show. I follow, you can do some simple exercises. Head control exercise. First, we can hold the baby like this. You can do some, there are some simple exercises that I will mention in some other time. And in rolling over also, we have rolling over, we can give some simple exercises. So just if the child is lying on the ground, not in the hand, I am just showing in the camera. That's why I am holding the baby like this. If the child is lying in the floor, and you can just cross the leg like this. You can just cross the leg like this, and then the baby will turn to one side. And if this hand is hindering the child, then you can just easily move the child and just make the child rolling over. So there are so many activities and easy techniques are there for early stimulation for developmental delay. For all these 27 items, we have simple strategies so that the child will easily pick up, not dealing to the developmental problems. So we can teach them. We can teach mothers easily. They will do it at home, and at center also we will do at home also. They get the center home based strategy will work together. If the child is not working with simple therapies or simple stimulation activities, then further we can refer the child for physiotherapy or occupational therapy or speech therapy, whatever it may be. Then we can first we can start with early intervention. If there is no improvement, no further very big improvement, then we can just refer to the next remedial program. So this is the thing. Teach your kids very early. That is the thing. Early. Don't miss that early. That word early. Always we will tell the critical period of the brain, the crucial period of the brain from 0 to 3 years. That is the Sabida ma'am was telling that in the 100 days of life, millions of neurons are developing. The gyri neurons are forming. So always teach your kids very early. From the womb also we can start talking to the baby. Maintain the eye contact like that. Don't miss the critical period. 0 to 3 years is very important. Then 3 to 6 years. So 0 to 6 years is the critical period for child's brain development. Always remember one thing: teach your kids early. Now we are coming to the next section, the speech and language delay. The children, we are human beings, and our babies should speak, right? So we speaking. How this one? First, they will start the speech by speech sounds. Papa, mama, ababa, like that. The speech sounds, the vowels e, u, a, o. These are vowel sounds. Then they will start the vowel consonant combination K plus A, ka, D plus A, da, 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 ma, a, ma, ma, amma, baba, like that. The speech, the consonant vowel combination will come. Then they will start speaking with the vocabulary, amma, tata, bye, bye, come, go, like that. Then after some day, they will start, initially they will start with the telegraphy speech. Daddy come, mama go, big car, then 2-word sentence, then 3-word sentence, then 4-word sentence. Now, after that, they will tell the stories and rhymes. So this is very, very important, the speech sounds and vocabulary and the sentence level. Again, I tell you what are the milestones. So just we have to follow some chart, no? Then only we will know how. So initially we have to learn something in mind. Like order 2, 4, 8, 10, 12, like that. We have to, if possible, we can remember something like that. 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, 2, 3, 4. 3, 6, 9 months. 3, 6, 9, 12. 18, 2, 3, 4 years. So 3 months, the 3-letter word, the child will start cooing, initially vowel sounds. The child start cooing and smiles and crying differently for different needs. If the child is hungry, the crying will be different. If the child is wet, the crying will be different. If the child wants attention, the crying will be different. And when we are dealing with the speech and language, always remember, first we have to be very careful about the hearing and understanding and the listening. So always check the child is hearing adequately. The child is recognizing your voice. Babbling, the 6-letter word babbling, like that. The child started using more than means laughing and giggling and vocalization with when the mother is going to see the child is showing the very good expression. The child's vocalization, that is 6 months, and by 9 months, 9-letter word, that is by through imitation. The child will say amma, tata, dada, bye bye, go, like that. The child will start by 9 months. By 12 months, 1 to 2 clear words. Amma or dada or mummy, very clear words should be done by 12 months. By 18 months, 18 words. 2 years, more than 500 words plus 2-word phrases plus 10 to 15 picture reading should be there in 2 years. And by 3 years, more than 200 words and there should be 3-word sentence. Daddy, tata, go. And there should be more and more picture reading should be there. And by 4 years, there should be 4-word combination and more than 900 words of vocabulary should be there. So this is, we have to remember, this is the normal development. When we are dealing, when we are aware of the normal speech and language milestones, then we can understand the delay. Like TDSC, I can introduce you one very, very easy, effective, standardized, nationally accepted, developed at CDC, very easy tool. This is called LEST. This is also you can easily download from the Google format. This is from 0 to 3 years and 3 to 6 years. We had 2 forms. This is called language evaluation scale Trivandrum. The administration and the interpretation is same as TDSC. All the age range will be, ages are given in months in the horizontal axis, and the speech and language milestone is written in the vertical axis. The speech and language milestone is given in the vertical axis. So all the items are numbered 1, 2, 3 till 33 items are there. So this is especially for the speech and language assessment. This is also a screening tool. When we are having a delay in LEST, then we will go for another confirmatory tool called another thing. So like that, we can place a pen or pencil in the 12th month of the baby. If the child is doing all the items left to the scale, then the LEST will be normal. If the child is not doing or failing in one item or more than one item, LEST will be delay. If the child LEST is showing delay, we have to start remediation or we have to start early intervention. We have to stimulate the baby for proper speech. Then you can go for the further. After 3 months or 3 weeks, you have to retest the LEST so that you have to check, you have to cross check the child is getting whatever he had missed. So this is another tool. You can use it for your child's assessment. And this is another internationally accepted tool. This is called Sanders Speech Sound Development Chart. Some parents will say, my child's speech is not clear. By the age of 2, the child is
Ma'am, please mute.
by the age of 2, it is not clear. So what is this one? This is development speech sound development chart. See, all these green bars shows till the 3 years of age, there should be only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sound should be clear by 3 years of age. So p, m, h, n, v, and b. P, m, h, n, v, b. These 6 sounds should be clear by the year of 3. So if you are having a child with 3-year-old child, and the child is able to speak very clearly about papa, mama, hi or hello, nana, watch, and baby, and all these sounds are clear, then that speech will be the intelligibility. Intelligibility means clarity. The clarity for a 3-year-old child is okay. For a 3-year-old child is not able to say ka sound properly or clearly, no problem. We can have little more time. The child will get more time till 4 years. The second, so you can watch the second stage, ka, ga, da, t, and nga. These sounds will get by 4 years. So the child, by 4 years of age, the child should be thorough with the ka, ga, da, t, and nga. Like that, you can download this also. There are so many variations in the speech sound chart. So you can have a look at the speech sound acquisition. And if you are having a 5-year-old child, for a 5-year-old child, from perma to a year till year, the child should attain, and r, l, s, ch, sh, y. This should be started. So this is the another tool for understanding the purpose of how the child's speech is clear or not. Speech intelligibility, we will say the not speech clarity, the technical term is speech intelligibility. So by 18 months of age, the child's speech, 25% of the speech should be understandable by others. By 2 years, 50% of the speech should be clear. 3 years, 75% of the speech should be clear. And by 4 years, 90 to 100% of the speech should be clear. And if the child is having unclear speech or misarticulation by the age of 4, don't wait. Please consult any expert, or you can start a speech therapy as early as possible. These are some other sounds: sa, sh, ch, z, j, b. These sounds will develop only after 4.5 years of age. So don't confuse with these sounds. And we have a child with speech and language delay. This is a very important text by Robert Owens for early language intervention for infants, toddlers, and preschoolers. So what are the techniques we can do for a child with speech and language delay? For speech and language delay, no magic is there. No magic. So we can just show the magic band and the child will start speaking. Nothing like that. If the child should start, you have to speak. Talk to the baby, speak to the baby, make the child understand all the words and vocabularies and all the phrases and all the things around you, and make the child express all the things with words and phrases and with sentences. So that is very important for speech and language intervention. The only medicine is speech. Speech. Speak to the baby. So what is communication and what is language and what is speech? Communication is mere understanding that it is an exchange of information of ideas. If I can, without any speech also I can do. If I am doing like this, come. This is very good. So with sign language, with pictures, with music, with cinema, with film, with art, with dance, with so many ways of communications are there. One aspect is speech. The language is when a symbol system with the rules that governs the use of the symbols, because when we are using a thing with a capital like this, we are giving this material as, we are labeling it as a pen. That is called language. The speech is the production of the vocal sound. I am calling this as a pen. This is called the speech. So this is the difference between communication, language, and speech. What is the importance of speech and language in preschool? What is that? Speech and language ability is related to academic success. No, we all know if the child is delayed in speech and language, all the developmental aspects will be affected. All the later years, the child can suffer from the scholastic backwardness. The child may suffer from school dropouts also. Speech and language delays or disorders may be the earliest indicator of other problems. If there is learning disability, if there is autism, if there is any social pragmatic disorders or any other developmental disorders are there, the earliest warning signs will be speech and language delay. And most young children with the disabilities have a need for intervention in the area of speech or language. Preschool offers almost continuous language learning opportunities because in pre-primary, LKG, UKG, and all the preschools, all the children are getting interaction. They are getting the more from the teachers. They are going through the surroundings. So in the early language period, they are getting more and more language opportunities. So this is the importance of speech and language in a preschool. So I can give you very easy 25 speech and language strategies. First, these are the, in bold letters, all these are the technical terms: self-talk, parallel talk, repetition, increase the opportunities, simple like that. What it means self-talk. Always talk the baby loud, talk in a simple, clear words. Now I am taking the class, that's why I am doing it in a very fast manner. But when you are talking to the baby, hi baby, how are you? What are you doing, like that? Always do a face regard. You can show your lips to the baby. You can just remove the mask from your mouth. Now at home, just show the lips to the baby. Wow, that's good. Now till 2.5 years of age, you can use baby talk like that. We have to reduce the intonation. We have to reduce the pattern and stress rhythm to the baby's level. But after 2.5 years, please don't use the baby talk furthermore. Just you can use the clear model. Now, wow, you want water, like that. You can talk to the baby. Parallel talk. When you are taking the baby for a bath, when you are making the baby sleep, you can whatever activities you are doing, you can just give the names. You can just tell about the activity. Repetition. Always remember the 3 R's. The 3 R's: repeat, revise, remind. Read the 3 R's: repeat, revise, remind. In between, remind the words, repeat the words, and always make the child to express it out and increase the opportunities, whatever ways, inside the room, inside the house, outside the house, whatever opportunity the child is exposed to words. The words should be like a flood, no? The flood. Like that, then the child will get more and more vocabulary, and the child will start speaking very early. So that is very important. Increase the opportunities and simplify the words. Don't say blah 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 like that. So you can just break the words. You want water, I will give you water. So this is water. So the child heard the word water in 3 different modulation in 3 different ways. So the child, next time the child will say water, like that. When the child is asking for the water, don't say you want water. No, you have to model the same son. You want water, like that. Always give them clear model, and use. You can add one word, one further, one word, like that. Model the words, imitate. You can give visual representation. So you can use the picture books like this. Always remember, when we are getting the picture book like this, there is so many pictures in one page. No, see this. There are so many pictures, but in the initial stage, from the 14 months of age, 1 year, 2 months, you can show the picture book to the child, but the picture should be one picture in one page. That will be very essential for a very young child. If we are showing one picture in one page, then that will be easy for the child to understand. Otherwise, when I am showing this is God, the child will look at here and here. When I am saying this is elephant, the child will look at here and here. So that is a picture reading. You can start from 12 months of age also, and then the child is doing any temper tantrums also, just don't give all the things at a time. Just you can give a proper no. You can say a no, and you can say yes for the correct time. So that is not a part of punishment or some, but that is a part of behavior modification. So that is also there. And you can wait for the response of the child. You can make comments when the child is started speaking. Wow, very good. That's good. My child asked for water, like that. You can ask for something, and you can leave some open-ended questions also, and make the child to say it back. So what happens in the early period is we will talk to the baby. We will give them, this is phone, this is pen, this is like that. We will always give so many, but the main important thing is always make the child to express it back. Always ask for the answer. What is this? What is this? This is pen. Say it aloud. This is pen, 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 pen. This is elephant, like that. We have to make sure that the child should repeat the word. So this is very important. Next, please don't give the screen time. Please don't give the mobile phones, laptops, tablets, iPads, TVs for the children at least for 2 years. Not compulsory. No screen time for 2 years. This is a very important guideline for all the children. No screen time till 2 years of age. So how we can structure our screen time? There should be always
can we do some interactive session? I think everyone will be waiting. They will be having so many doubts regarding this topic.
Okay,
so
okay.
Can we go for the interactive session?
Ma'am, just Rasina ma'am, because I am having only 3 more slides. I will finish, and then can I wind up fast, and then we can start the Q&A?
Yes. Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
I have only 3 to 4 slides, ma'am.
Okay, sure, ma'am.
Okay, so screen time, how we can the unstructured and structured. So unstructured means the child is watching the TV for more than 3 hours per day. And the child is simply watching the TV, unsupervised use. And the TV is behaving as a babysitter. The child is simply passive watching. There is nobody is there. And then during the meal time, we are giving the screen time. And no child, this is unstructured one. And what is the structured one? The child can watch the TV up to 1 hour per day. Within 24 hours, the child is allowed to do. After 2.5 years of age, 1 hour, then rules and limits are set. Parents are involved. The child, we can show that this is elephant. See how the elephant is walking. See the long tongue is there. 2 big ears are like that. The parents are also involved to interact and talking and engaging. No screens at the table. So these are screen time, and we have to involve the power of play also. What is the importance of play? It will enhance the fine motor skills and gross motor skills, definitely cognitive and communication skills and social emotional skills also. And what are the benefits of early intervention? It will definitely increase the DQ. DQ means developmental quotient. Till 3.5 years of age, we don't say IQ. After 3.5 years or 4 years of age, we will say IQ. So, but before 3.5 also, we can assess the developmental quotient. So, by doing the proper detection and early intervention, the child can easily attain the communication and social interaction skills at time. It will decrease the problems of the parents. It will reduce the behavioral problems of the children. It can develop meaningful and so there are so many benefits. So when we are getting the early detection in most of the delays, we can prevent little bit disabilities, the cognitive, physical, language. So we are dealing it very little bit early. We can reduce the severity of the disability, and it will definitely benefit the families and benefit the society also. And we are doing it in a correct time. And we can save money for not spending for so much of remediation and rehabilitation. So these are the things. So thank you all. Thank you so much for the patient listening. Thank you. Now the session is open for the Q&A.
Yes. If anyone is having any doubts regarding this topic, please feel free to ask to Mini ma'am. Shibla ma'am.
Yes, hi Mini ma'am. You know me, okay. Ma'am, how can we overcome shyness in children, ma'am?
Sorry, ma'am, the question is not clear.
how can we overcome shyness in children?
Okay, shyness. Okay, ma'am, actually shyness, in the initial period, this is not called the shyness, ma'am. This is called a stranger anxiety. From 9 months of age, when the child is 9 months, the child started showing the stranger anxiety. So till 4.5 years of age, the stranger anxiety will be okay. It's normal, ma'am. After 4.5 years to 6 years of age, the stranger anxiety will be reduced. After 6 years of age, the child is not getting along with others, the socially withdrawn and showing shyness, and then you have to go for further help.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
Ashika, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello,
ask.
Mini ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
My
My
name,
my
ma'am.
sister's child, he's 2.5 years old, but till now he's not able to speak 2 words together. Like
Yes.
he's showing many words he is repeating, and when that the small children's singing program, he
Continue,
used
ma'am.
to imitate that, but not calling Amma. Only Papa he is calling, and mostly he is using gestures.
Yes, ma'am. So first you have to rule out whether it is an isolated speech delay or this development speech delay is a comorbid condition of any other condition. If it is a pure speech delay, then you can, by the age of 2, the vocabulary growth will be more than 150, ma'am, more than 100 words that the child should get. So first you can take a notebook and you have to just list it out all the vocabulary the child is able to say. Just list it out. What are the sound the child is able to tell? Then by using this list, you can just combine the words. Tata, go, mummy, tata, mummy, water, like that. By the familiar words, you can just combine these 2 words. Don't make new words. But what are the familiar words that you can start with that, and like that. Combine should be there by 18 months, the 2-word combination.
Now 2.5 months old, ma'am.
2.5 years, right?
Yes,
2.5
yes.
years. 2.5 years
And
is
Tata, bye, everything he is telling and imitating the sounds of cat, dog, and some songs also he is repeating.
one thing is now the child is substituting with the another language, because the child is having sign language. He is showing everything like that. Not saying tata, he is saying like that. For anything he is pointing, he is showing some voice for like that. So first you have to reduce the sign
something.
language.
No, he is showing that he's pointing out some objects, and if he want that, otherwise he starts screaming, forgetting that.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually,
yes,
he was in Bangalore, and only that mother is with him. Father is going outside for job. Maybe because of that, due to this pandemic, they can't go outside and meet with their friends. So after coming to our native, little bit changes are showing, but still we are some kind of concern is there. That's why I asked.
No, ma'am, that is not the excuse we can give, ma'am. Because we all know this is the pandemic situation and we can go out. But even if it's a single parent also, we have to speak to the baby. We have to talk to the baby per 5 hours per day, ma'am. Because that is not the excuse we can give to the mother. Because if you are a single mother at a home, you have to take the responsibility of a peer, responsibility of a father, responsibility of a grandmother also.
Yeah.
Always talk to the baby, show them picture books, allow the child to express it out also. So the child should take the responsibility, ma'am. Otherwise, it won't work, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Hello, may I?
Yes, ma'am.
I am Sabida. Ma'am, when is the proper age of a child to read and write?
Ma'am, from 2.5 years of age, we can start the picture reading, ma'am. Picture reading. But the proper, we can show the pictures. Apple, they will just read the symbols. Apple, L-E. They will just, we can show the picture cards, word cards, and they will simply read. But after 4.5 years of age, they will start reading, ma'am. 4.5 to 6. But sometimes we can start, some children will start very early also. By 3.5 also they will start. But 4.5 to 6, they should start little bit combination of sounds.
Ma'am, there is a court order in India. Before 6 years, children should not compelled to read and write.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So, but in our curriculum, we are always giving this from the pre-KG itself. We are starting this art like that. So 6 years is little bit early now. All the national educational curriculum is changing now, ma'am. So I think in the further years we will persist after 6 years.
Yeah, it's good for children.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely, ma'am.
Because
now we are getting our new educational curriculum. That is national policy of education is now changing. So everything will be changing, ma'am.
Yes. There is a competition between mothers and children.
Between the parents, there is a competition. Nowadays the online group, when the parents group, we can't just simply sit by reading all the messages at home. How they are competing each other for the homeworks and everything.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am. And congratulations. I am a rehabilitation psychologist, and I'm so thrilled to see such a professional help being given to me. And this was a big eye opener for me, being from the rehabilitation area. And I'm so full of gratitude to you. Thank you very much. One doubt which I have, which I may ask, I am speaking to you from Muscat, Oman, and I wanted to ask you, how would you differentiate a child who is non-verbal, autistic, and whether he is having actually a speech problem or not? This was a confusion which I always had, ma'am.
Ma'am, actually, autism is actually whether there is a non-verbal autism and a verbal autism, ma'am. If the child is having a high function autism, sometimes the child will be verbal. If the child is a high function autistic, then they will get some verbal also. But the child is a low function autism, there will be a chances of verbal communication is very difficult, ma'am. But one more thing, if the child is a verbal autism, then they will start some telegraphic speech. They will do some vocabulary. There shouldn't be the proper communication. I want that thing. I want to go with my daddy. Like that, there shouldn't be the proper communication. But for a verbal autistic child, the language or speech should be there. But the proper way of communication won't be there. For a non-verbal communication, they can't even look at the eyes. They can't even communicate properly. They won't understand the imitation. They won't do the symbolic play. They can't understand the meaning. So that is two different. You will simply identify by the non-verbal and verbal. That's very easy, ma'am. Non-verbal autism, they won't get the vocabulary level, but the verbal autism, they will get some words. That is a very clear clarification. There is no confusion. But being a verbal high function autism, but there is so many other aspects also, whether it is social processing delay, whether it is pragmatic delay, whether it is SPD, like that, there is a confusion. But non-verbal low function autism and verbal high function autism, there is a very clear-cut mark is there.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, and all the best for your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
My name is Helen.
Yes.
Okay. I just have one query. Like for some kids, like okay, particularly my child, his milestones and all, what I've noticed, it's all proper. It's okay. But there's one behavioral aspect that I find it difficult to control. Like he has this anger, his temper and all, it's not controlled in certain situations. So how do I manage?
Ma'am, temper tantrum issues are a very bothering situation for all the parents and as well as the professionals, ma'am.
Yes.
So from the very young age, we can start the behavior modification. But when the child is 6 months or 8 months of age, we will tell that, oh, he is very young, no, so we can't just say him no. But I think that is not the right thing. When the child is showing an improper behavior, we can just say a firm no. But if the child is 4.5 years old and 5-year-old, it's very difficult to manage the temper tantrum and the anger outburst. First, we will say, you can show different models, distract the attention. You can just give correct, you can promote the child, you can motivate the child, you can reinforce the child, you can withdraw the positive reinforcement. The last method of behavior modification will be the punishment, but that means a symbol like that. That is the small last method of behavior modification. But the aggression, temper tantrum should be addressed very easily and very early. And all the parents, all the family members should be work together. If mother is saying one thing and the father is opposing the other thing, it doesn't work, ma'am. If the parents are together and the grandparents are in opposite side, it won't work, ma'am. So for a temper tantrum issues, for behavior modification techniques, all the family members should work together, and it is a long-term way. It is a long-term procedure also. It's we can't change in a one day.
Yeah, the thing is like the child is already 5. The child is already 5 years right now.
Yes,
so little we all are kind of little concerned also about this.
Yes, ma'am. So I think you have to consult one psychologist and you will get some remedial tips from her.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
I hope everyone cleared their doubts. Okay. My heartfelt congratulations, my colleague, dear Dr. Mini ma'am. So you rocked today. And thank you so much for your great effort. As usual, you could explain us about the topic. We all cleared all the doubts, and it was very wonderful session. It was very inspiring session. All the very best, ma'am, for your bright future.
Thank you so much, Rasina ma'am, because I would like to take this opportunity because I am very grateful to the whole Ncdc family for giving me this invitation today, and my colleagues and my backbones, my Shakila ma'am and my dear colleagues, because always you are very supportive to me because I am working, and in between I am doing this course. And all the level you are supporting me in such a huge way so that I could complete this course. Thank you so much, all my dear wonderful ma'ams and my dear Shakila ma'am.
Wow, ma'am. Okay, I feel very happy and proud in this moment. Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. Last but not the least, I would like to invite 24th batch faculty and Senior Circle Coordinator of Ncdc and today's program coordinator, our motivator, dearest Shakila Abdul Wahab ma'am, for the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Rasina ma'am. It's my pleasure to extend our sincere gratitude one and all present here. First of all, what I can say, I am so proud and so happy to extend our gratitude and heartfelt, what to say, that that much happiness in my mind is to extend our gratitude to our dearest Dr. Mini AO ma'am. I'm proud to say she is one of the student faculty of our Ncdc 24th batch. Teachers are so lucky whenever they are getting not only a student, a companion who is walking along side by side with them. That's our minima. Yes, without any hesitation, in her busy schedule, when you ask her, can you deliver a speech or conduct a webinar? She agreed. That is the plus point in her. That much simplicity in her. She is having doctorate in psychology and MBA from UK. And what all I can say, what all a human being needs, that all qualities in her we can see. Now you all witnessed her continuous, that what I can say, her speech without drinking a glass of water, continuously like a river she was flowing. Because in her mind, I know in which field she is working, that 100% sincerity she is showing. Because she's a student of NCDC, we all are proud to say that Mini Ma'am is a part of National Child Development Council. So on behalf of all the family members of NCDC, extending our sincere gratitude to Mini Ma'am, and all sending our special thanks to all the teachers of Holy Grace Academy Thrissur and all our dear faculties and parents of National Child Development Council. Thank you all, and not at last, not at least, see what can I say? Today's Master of Ceremony, our dear Rasina Ma'am, student faculty of National Child Development Council 24th batch. Our sincere gratitude to always, any webinar, any meeting, ready that part also. Please take it as a challenge. Thank you for your wonderful presence here, wonderful presentation here. Thank you, Rasina Ma'am. Thank you, one and all present here. Thank you so much, and our sincere gratitude to the circle coordinators, our dear Jyoti Ma'am, Sabida Ma'am, Rija Ma'am, Aparna Ma'am, backbone of Focus Fairies of National Child Development Council. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Shakila ma'am, for your lovely and inspirational words. As we all know, you are always our motivation. Thank you, one and all present here, actively participating in this webinar and making this event a grand success. Once again, thank you, everyone.
National anthem now, please call Sabida Ma'am.
I would like to invite Sabida ma'am for the national anthem.
Okay, one second.